Hell yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
And it's always a pleasure when you have especially somebody coming back for a second time. You and I have a chance to talk some. It's a little bit more comfortable than some of those awkward first go arounds. Um,
Yes, yes.
so right before we got on the air, man, you and I were kind of chatting about it. Let's just dive right into it with how 2022 wrapped up for you.
Dude, it was a crazy year. Everything happened. I can't even begin to. I've won championships in North Carolina, had Billy Gunn come out and congratulate me. That was a shock. I didn't even know about it. I won the Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Champion. That was a insane match. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out at IWTV Pro Wrestling Magic from their last show of the year, Kingdom Come. That one was wild. I went through a pile of chairs from the top rope, DDT'd. It was nuts. Yeah, I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful for all the opportunities I've been getting. These companies have been putting some faith into me, and I'm took the ball and I'm going with it. I'm going to do everything I can to keep going.
Let's kind of start there then. Let's start with Pro Wrestling Magic. Like you said, you just got that junior heavyweight title. What was it like for you when they gave you that call and they were like, "Hey, Vinny, you're going to be our boy. We're going to put the strap on you."
Crazy. They said you're next up. They're like, let's see what we can do. Let's see how you can do this. So they gave me David Richards last year, January. Had the sick match with him. Really enjoyed him. He's probably one of my favorite people to wrestle, and a great guy. Love David Richards. And then ever since then, they gave me EC3. We had Rocky Romero, and they gave me these guys. Had match after match after match after match. Where I had banger matches and matches that drew fans and matches that caught eyes on IWTV. And that was very important for them. And Matt Seidel, and that was a really big one for me as well. And they were like, "You're really doing what we need you to do." They gave me these opportunities, they gave me these matches, these challenges, and every single match that I had with these challenges, I thought they were really good matches. So did they, and they drew fans. So they kept giving me the opportunity, giving me the ball, put the ball in my hands, and then just didn't stop. That is for me. That's the key in wrestling, and one of my biggest things I tell people who ask me for advice: don't stop, just keep going. It may be times where you just want to give up, or times where you're just down and out, but just don't give up, don't stop, keep pushing forward. I know it sounds so cliche and just so overused, but that's the best way to put it. Don't stop. Be in the gym, train, do cardio, train in the ring, study. It's all it takes, and connections obviously, and having a good look and having all these things going for you, but just do the best you that you could be, and that's all that you could do. And I think it's just beautiful what you could do if you really believe in yourself.
So when you get told that they're going to put the rocket on your back and they're going to give you that push, does it do something to your mental game when you're getting ready to go into these matches? Do you constantly keep it turned up to 11 so that you're going, extra hard every match just because every match makes that difference?
Definitely every single time. Yeah, I'm in the gym doing extra reps that I can barely even do. As if I move the weight just a little bit, that's a rep. Like after 15, you know what I mean? And I believe that yeah, if any company invests in you, and any company that's paying you money, and any company that's giving you opportunities that you wouldn't have elsewhere, you don't stop. You don't let up. You do what you have to do. You do what you must do because people are counting on you, and that to me is what's so important. And what I love most about wrestling is that people are counting on you. You have fans counting on you, locker room counting on you, tickets counting on you. It's just you must come through. You cannot not.
So, Vinny Two Belts, you're also holding gold down in North Carolina with the hardcore title at FWE. When you do a hardcore match, I've recently had some deathmatch guys on the show, some former King of the Deathmatch, that kind of stuff. But when you get ready to go into a hardcore match or a hardcore style match, what kind of differences do you have when you start planning your match?
Stretch a lot. You never know what you're gonna go through. I stretched so much that day. It was a fatal 4-way. It was a crazy match where I speared somebody through a table, and the table would not break. I speared him 5 times into the table. The table did not break. And I was like, all right, fuck this. Next. But seriously, like it was a really fun match. The crowd was insanely packed. This was at Dorton Arena, North Carolina. It's great. But hardcore matches can be fun every now and then. I enjoy them because I like the grittiness and I like the hard work that takes. And I like the adrenaline you get. And then the fans' reactions, dude, are incredible. After the match, I won the belt. Billy Gunn came out and celebrated with me. And that was a very cool moment for me. I didn't even know about it. It was shocking. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking nuts. And it was great. And it was awesome opportunity, and I'm so grateful for that. And just ever since then, it's been a snowball, and I don't plan on stopping. It's like I said, it's a never ending grind. I post about it. I post about it all the time in my captions. It's a never ending grind. You have to keep pushing and keep pushing, and you can never get complacent. And I won't be. And I'm so motivated right now to keep this going and do everything I have to do to become the best me possible.
I asked Trey Shaw this question a few weeks ago because he was kind of talking about a similar story. And I told him I do it too. He said he's done it. So I'm going to ask you, have you ever had one of those moments where you're in the locker room and you had to no sell it for somebody because like a Billy Gunn or somebody like that walked up to you and you're like, holy shit, this is the same guy I grew up watching. Have you ever had to no sell it when, a legend or one of the greats walked up to you in the locker room?
Um, I mean, not in a while. I mean, because I've pretty much met almost everybody there is to meet in my last 10 years of wrestling, 8 years of wrestling. Sorry. Yeah, it's just I. There's moments where like, holy shit, this is really cool. But I just you be a human being, shake their hand, look them in the eyes, you know, be polite, respectful, thank them if you have to thank them for everything that they inspired you. Like when I saw Brian Danielson, I went to a meet and greet 10 years ago before I started wrestling. I asked him for advice, and I was like 12, maybe. And yeah, he gave me some really good advice. He gave me some like words of wisdom, and I was kind of being a fan because I was 12. I was young, but now when I met him I saw him at AEW, shook his hand, looked him in the eyes, said, "Good to see you. How are you?" And that was that. Like you just do what you gotta do. I always keep it professional at shows. That's the most important thing that I do, and I believe whoever you're around, the who's who, like whoever you're around, no matter how big they are, keep it professional and just be you. And also, because you're special, everyone's special. Everyone has things about them that are special. So always be you. I always believe just be yourself. Because, excuse me, don't be somebody you aren't. And yeah, when Billy Gunn came out, I was like, holy shit, this is a cool moment. Um, and yeah, it was awesome.
Speaking of being yourself, one of my favorite things to always ask, especially guys in the business, is the phrase is you take something from a piece of you and you turn it up to 11. What are you turning up to 11 from your daily life right now when you step into the squared circle?
My energy drink stuff, 100%. And I would say I do drink energy drinks. That's my thing. I really do like them, and I really do enjoy the business of energy drinks. And stay tuned on that because just stay tuned. Um, but yeah, I love energy drinks, and I brought that into wrestling. I brought that into my gimmick of wrestling, and it's not really a gimmick. It's me. It's who I am. I'm a hyped up person on energy drinks. I don't seem hyped up right now because I'm a little tired. I had a long, long day. I had a 2 a day at the gym today, and some training, so I'm a little beat. But hell yeah, the grind doesn't stop. Like I said, podcast. Why I just don't stop. Gym twice a day, watch some wrestling, go train, podcast. Like yeah, but yeah, like I said, sorry. Yeah, my motivation's through the roof right now, and like I said, my diet's been pretty solid on point. So I think these things are really extremely what's the word? Extremely valuable to do at the moment. And I think always being having a good diet is very important because putting good things in your body, you'll only get better from that. And yeah, my diet. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm really working on right now in my personal life and in my wrestling. My diet, my in ring stuff, my cardio, my promos. Like I just don't stop. I really don't stop.
Um, so let's kind of talk about DOA. The future is now. You've been kind of a journeyman as of late. You've worked all over the country. You've been everywhere.
Yeah.
You had a chance to go out to Portland, Oregon. That's kind of a historic territory. Everybody knows Piper and Portland. What was it like to get out there and work with Chris Brady and some of those guys?
That match was fucking so sorry, cursing, I'm sorry.
No, we
That
got the
match was
E
so
for
much
a
fun.
reason. Absolutely.
Hell yeah. We got so much fun. Dude, we had so much fun that match. Chris Bay is awesome. If you haven't seen that match and you really want to see what the energy drink thing's all about, I downed a whole energy drink during the match and I lose my shit. So it was an awesome match. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, DOA is incredible. They're phenomenal. What I'm saying, like DOA is just a company that invested in me so much, and the PNW scene fans, like I wrestled for like 3 or 4 places out there. in the Pacific Northwest, and the crowds out there just give me so much love and support, and just so much. Oh man, it's just they bring me energy drinks. Yeah, I had a bunch of fans bring me a bunch of energy drinks. So it was such a special moment because like, damn, these fans are really relating to what I'm doing, and they're just bringing me gifts, and it's just so cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, about that, you brought up the crowds and everything, man. Like I said, Piper in Portland, everybody loves the territories. Is there still that huge subgroup or subgenre feel of up there in the Pacific Northwest like it used to be in the 70s and 80s when you went up there? Does it feel drastically different since, say, the Carolinas or being up in the northeast towards Jersey or New York? Is there a big difference in that Pacific Northwest territory?
Definitely the fans are very rowdy, and they're not afraid to do what they want to do. Yeah, they go nuts. They lose their shit. When I downed the energy drink in the match, they lost their minds. It was insane, and I've never had a crowd like seen a crowd do that. What they did, yeah, and it was just so cool. And yeah, PNW crowds are just something special. They really are. They enjoy and they love pro wrestling. They love wrestling, and so you know of course, all fans love pro wrestling, but the PNW just loves everything you do in the ring. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just really a beautiful thing, and they appreciate things so much. And it's just, I love PNW. I love it. I also love Oregon and Washington. I'm back there next month in April. No, not next month. 2 months from now in April, which is gonna be awesome. And I'm so excited for that. Yeah, I love that those two. The PNW. I love it. I
Uh,
got and calendars as well. So no, all the good things.
I like hearing that, man. I like hearing, especially on the indie circuit, when these guys get out there and they have a chance to work all over the place. Because, like you said earlier, it is a grind, and it's so hard sometimes to break into new markets. So when I see the boys having success all over the country, it's awesome. Something
Thank
that
you.
I
Thank
saw
you.
on your list of matches, something that you did that was super cool. I'm really hyped to talk to you about is you had to wrestle in the 2300s. You got to do MLW Fusion. You got to go to Philly. What was it like to work with that Philly crowd in such a historic venue as the 2300 Arena?
Man, I tell you, that was phenomenal. That crowd gave me a great reaction. The locker room at MLW, bar none, one of my favorite locker rooms to be in. Great people, great talent, and that was just a really cool moment for me. And I really enjoyed MLW, and I hope to go back soon because I had a blast. I had a blast out there. It was that crowd, that Philly crowd, they're something else. And yeah, I'm just really blessed for that opportunity. It was really cool. I got a call. I got the call Wednesday to be there Sunday, and I dropped 12 pounds in those 5 days. And yeah, I felt like I looked my best, and I took advantage of the opportunity given to me. And that's what you have to do. Be ready.
It's one of those you always have your gear moments with you. When you get those calls on a Wednesday and they're like, "Hey, we need you in Philly on Sunday." Is it almost always one of those like, "Okay, let's try to make it happen" kind of moments, especially if it's like an MLW or somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. I just made sure I got down to a certain body fat number, and that was it. And tanned. That's what I had to do. I just said, all right, awesome. I know I could wrestle. I know I could do what I gotta do. I'm just gonna get extremely lean and tan, and I did. I went to a Halloween party the night before. I had a show the night before, and then a Halloween party with my fiance and her friends, and I didn't eat a single piece of candy. And you have no idea how bad I wanted candy, and I didn't eat a single piece. And I felt like that night I looked my best, and I was so pumped. And yeah, I'm a big Halloween candy guy. I love candy. I could eat. I'm the biggest sweet tooth there is, and I stayed strict and had a great match and really enjoyed myself. I had good feedback as well.
I can challenge that, sir, on being having the largest sweet tooth. I'm a candy fiend. I literally keep a mixed bowl of candy on hand at all times. So my next question
Let's
has
go.
absolutely nothing to do with wrestling. What's your go-to candy then?
My go-to. All right, I am a huge pecan pie guy, but
Love
candy,
that.
dude, I ate a whole pecan pie once in one sitting. I don't know how I did it, but I did. And that shit's heavy. That is
That's
heavy
not a
stuff.
light dessert. That's rich as fuck.
It's very rich. I also suffer consequences as well from that. No, what do I like? I like candy. Like, what kind of candy you mean? Like gummy candy or chocolate candy? Because there's different types of candy.
I'm a fruity candy, so I'm gonna go with Starburst and gummies. fruit snacks, that kind of gummy candy. I'm not a chocolate. If I eat chocolate, it's very specific. I'm in the mood for chocolate.
Okay. Yeah. Let me think. I really like gummy worms. The ones with the salt on it. No, the not salt. The sugar on it.
Yeah, like the sour ones.
Yeah, those are freaking phenomenal. I like those. I like these um they're big bananas. They're like banana gummies, but they're like taste like banana flavored. It's really good. Have you heard of them? I don't know what they're
I
called, but they're like
Are they like the peach rings? Because I've had the peaches and I've had like the big cherries and but I haven't had the bananas.
yeah, it's like long ass banana, nice and sugar coated. It was delicious. Oh, tastes just like banana. Yeah, I also like what else do I like? I like the Legos, the Lego candies.
Yeah.
They're like hard as fuck, but they're just so good. And you just chew them and you're like, holy shit. And I kind of like think I'm eating a Lego. I'm like, oh, I'm eating a real Lego, but I'm really not. But that's how it feels because it tastes like it. Not
It's
taste like it. It feels like it in your mouth.
it's the ultimate playing with your food moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Here at Botch Bots and Chair Shots and Putting You Over, we are going to talk about candy from here on out. No more wrestling.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to talk about wrestling. The next conversation I want to have is you had a chance to go back and do some more AEW dark work since the last time we talked, too. You mentioned how great the locker room was in MLW and out west in North Carolina. When you got to AEW dark, what was the energy like that day?
Phenomenal. Yeah, dude, phenomenal. I'll tell you. First of all, I got to do it in North Carolina, in where Seattle, and I love, like I said, Northwest. That crowd, phenomenal. Oh my god, the reaction I got as well was just so heartwarming. It's like, damn, like my work in the Northwest really is mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like I only worked there 7, 8, 9 times. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a regular. I go there every probably almost like every other month, but like or like once a month at least, maybe not even like every month, but because I do a lot of things in the South as well. But um, whenever I can go to Northwest, I do. You know, because I love it. I cherish that stuff. I cherish that area. And like I said, yeah, the crowd out there was just it felt so like wow. You know, I wrestle here. You know, whenever I can. And, these fans really appreciate what I'm doing. It's just really cool to see it happen on a bigger stage at AEW. And yeah, the locker room was phenomenal, like as always. Love people there. They're all helpful. They're all willing to help. They're all willing to put their head in and just make sure you make sure you're okay. Make sure, oh hey guys, they take care of you people. They take care of their people, and it's really cool to see that because that's what a job or wrestling or any job you have should be about. Caring about your employees, caring about people who are working for you that day, or caring about whoever you're bumping into, because that's just, I think, the best thing about the best thing about wrestling is like the brotherhood, and even more than that, it's just giving love to people. Showing love, spreading love, being a good person, and just you know that's what I think is bringing that to wrestling and being that type of person. I always try to bring love to wrestling and be a good person and try to always encourage others to be the best them they could be, and just push harder and like I said, be themselves because there's no better you than you. And like I said, yeah, AEW is just phenomenal. And like I said, it's just that's what it is. It's just amazing.
I love all of everything you just said. I'm a big proprietor. I say it a lot, especially in the content creator and the journalism world. I always say there's plenty of room at the table for all of us to eat. There's no need to
Yep.
bicker and fight. There's tons of wrestling there to cover. There's tons of people watching wrestling. There's no need to bicker among ourselves. That doesn't
Yeah.
get us anywhere. This last time you were there, I'm curious to know about this. You worked with Powerhouse Hobbs. When you got to get there and you and him, got together for the match, a lot of times when you're in this situation, people say things like the enhancement talent. How do you go into a match knowing that you're going to put the AEW guy over, but still keep your mental up to try to get some of your moves into the match?
It's opportunity. Any opportunity you have to wrestle one or wrestle with AEW or any opportunity you get to wrestle is just do the best that you could do and do the job asked of you. That's what I believe. So no matter what, I had the mindset of I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna kill it and do everything that they asked me to do and everything that I can do to the best of my ability to do the best that I could do. So that that's what you want to do. That's what I believe, actually. At least I don't know. Some people might not like it, but I just believe always do the best that you could do, and do the job asked of you because you're being asked to do something. Like say you go to work one day, say you work at Home Depot, and you go in there one day and they say, "Hey, can you pick up the wood?" Right? What are you gonna do? Oh, I got to pick up. No, you go. Okay, I'm picking that wood up. And I'm doing the best I can because that's what I have to do. I'm there. I'm being used. That's what you gotta do. And it's on TV, and it's with AEW, place that a lot of people want to work. So I just like I said, it's a job that they're asking you to do. You do it just like any other job in the world. Hey, can you go to the bread aisle and grab some bread and bring it to the sixth aisle? You know what I mean? Okay, you go do it. It's just I apply all those things, just being the best you and doing the best that you can do, and go out there with a smile and go out there grateful because how it's just a cool opportunity. It's just you're blessed. It's a blessing to be able to wrestle and do what you love at that stage and just do it. I love wrestling more than anything. It's just I'm so grateful for every opportunity I get, no matter how big or small it is.
All right, before we get ready to wrap it up and I'll let you get to your Valentine's Day plans, I'm going to ask you one more question before we do my five random, and that is, what do
Dude,
you feel like your biggest achievement in 2022 was?
oh my god,
That's a tough one, man.
wow.
That's a loaded question for you.
I guess. All right, can I give you more than one?
Oh, yeah, you can piecemeal it together. Absolutely. I know that's tough,
All right,
especially in a career like yours. Like I said, you had a hell of the last 6 months of 2022 were wild when I started looking it up. So you can throw a couple in the back.
all right, perfect. One, wrestling Rocky Romero. I love Rocky Romero. I love that opportunity I had to get to wrestle him, and it was just a phenomenal match. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on WTV. What else? Rocky Romero, that was phenomenal. Seidel, loved that match. He's one of my favorite people in wrestling. And yeah, and then I guess, oh, of course, the winning the FWE championship and celebrating with Billy Gunn and scissoring Billy Gunn, that was a cool moment. Um, Winning the Magic title, that one was huge because it was just like, wow, I just the whole year built to that, and it happened like the way it was. It couldn't have been better. And yeah, I'm so grateful for up. I also wrestled Keita Murray at DOA. That one was one of my favorite matches. Also, like I've had a lot of matches that I really enjoyed. VIP, I wrestled VIP Dallas. I wrestled Will All Day. Oh, he is phenomenal. Also, if you haven't watched his stuff, watch it. He is a great talent and a great dude too. Yeah, it's just so many. I can't even begin to name matches that I had that I just loved dearly. So yeah, Rolando Perez, he's somebody who's incredible, and seen him at NWA, he's great. I'm very proud of him, very happy for him because he's a great kid, great dude, and just one of my boys. I'm always happy to see him do well. And yeah, so like I said, sorry, I keep talking about anybody else, but I love that these. I love putting people over. And I love making people sound good, because it's just people work hard and they deserve to have some spotlight always, and always deserve to be talked good about. Because I always believe talking good about people is just a good thing, spreading positive vibes about people you love. But yeah, those are my. I'm only trying to give you that many. I don't want to give many more because it lessens the importance, I feel like, of like the question. So I'm trying to give some of the best ones that I felt were my top favorites.
Excellent. Well, Vinny, I still close all of my interviews with five random questions. These five came specifically from the Wrestle Talk community on TikTok. I've got your five queued up. You ready to go?
Yup.
Number one, do you believe in any conspiracy theories, or have, not necessarily believe, that think some might hold some water?
No,
None? Not a
I don't.
conspiracy theory guy?
I don't really know any. I don't really know. No, not really. No, I'm not.
Okay. This one was random, but it kind of made me laugh, and I was like, I'm curious about this. If you found yourself in a situation, would you rather have cold and wet socks or cold and wet underwear?
Cold and wet socks and
Or
cold and wet
or cold
underwear.
and wet underwear, one or the other.
Where am I though?
Oh, I don't know. Speculate. Let's say you're in Portland since you've been out there a lot.
Socks. Underwear is kind of gross. I don't know. I don't want seeping through and looking like I shit myself. You know what I mean? So definitely socks.
What is your dream job if you weren't a professional wrestler?
If I wasn't a wrestler,
Correct.
does it have to be like a real job, or could it be like a fake, cool, fancy job?
I mean, as far as I know, you already have your dream job because you're a pro wrestler. So, like, make something up. What would your like, if you could be anything, absolutely anything, what would you be?
Jedi.
That's a fucking perfect answer. I want to be a Jedi
Yeah.
when I grow up.
There
Absolutely.
you go. Yes. If
Um,
if you're talking real job, sorry. If you're talking real job, like real job, I'd want to work in Disney as like a Star Wars guy.
that would be great. Did you like the most recent trilogy?
Yes, I love every single thing. I love every single Star Wars. I don't care what no one says. I love every Star Wars.
All right. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio.
That's a good one too. I like pistachio. I'm a mint chocolate chip kind of guy. Rocky Road.
Oh,
Um,
that's good.
yeah. Last
Oh,
one.
Spumoni.
Sorry.
Spumoni. That's good too.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Last one before we wrap it up. What's your favorite sports team?
Oh shit.
Any
I'm
sport.
not a sports guy. I'm a player guy.
Okay. What's your favorite
So I
sport to
like
play then?
football. I was a quarterback for years.
That's cool.
Tom Brady's always my favorite. Always. So I follow the Buccaneers. But now they retired. I really like I like Mahomes, but I really like Joe Burrow. I really like Joe Burrow.
All right, Vinny. It's my favorite part of the episode, man. I don't have to say anything. Just plug your stuff, put yourself over, tell everybody where to find you and what you got coming up in the near future.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Stay tuned. I have some cool announcements. Hit my I really off the top of my head, I got BLP Saturday in Indiana wrestling Crash Jackson. That's gonna be a phenomenal match. I'm so excited for that one. He's such a phenomenal wrestler. He's so good and he works so hard. And but yeah, if you want to see, I have everything on my social medias. So catch me on Instagram, Vinny Pacifico, Facebook, Vinny Pacifico, and Twitter, Vinny Pacifico One. I'll keep it at that. Thank you very much for having me, and I stay tuned because I have some really cool announcements coming out really soon.
Excellent. For Vinny Pacifico, everybody, I am the Will Gray.